Good evening, everybody. This is Will Everidge. For those that aren't familiar with me, and I can't for the life of me wonder why you wouldn't be, but my name is Will Everidge. I'm the National Administrator for the Independent American Network, and tonight is Wednesday, November 18th, 2015. This is our weekly Ian meeting. The first half an hour, we're just going to have a brief meeting. It probably won't even take 30 minutes or a fraction of that. And then we're going to hop over, excuse me, then we're going to hop over and do a little bit of training for the second half. So the first thing I want to do is bring up some talking points. Hopefully everybody can read this okay. But this is the meeting tonight is all about preparing for our annual Senior Leadership Summit. Now, for those that aren't aware of what the annual Senior Leadership Summit is, this is our second one. This is our second annual Senior Leadership Summit. The first one happened last November with myself. Okay, so I'm glad this year I've got some company. Ian will be 1 year old in approximately 4 days on November 22nd. That's the birth date. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. Preparing for our annual Senior Leadership Summit. This applies to all senior leaders, board members, program managers, department heads, and team leaders. So essentially, if you're managing something for us, we need you to be a part of this. We'll be having our annual Senior Leadership Summit on Sunday, December 6th. The board members will have their meeting at 2 p.m. Eastern, and then the summit will begin at 3 p.m. Eastern sharp. Please be on time for this because we've got a ton to go through, and I don't want anybody to miss anything. Okay, it's real important. If you live in driving range of the headquarters of the Ian National Headquarters, please feel free to join us there. If not, we'll conference you in. Please take the next 2 weeks, actually take the rest of the month, the rest of November, and what I want you to do is put together a short but concise report on what you believe the mission of your program, department, or team is, and email it to me by December 1st. So take the rest of this month, put this together. If you're a department head or you manage more than one individual, please work with those folks to develop this as questions. Get back in touch with me if you have questions or need help with it, okay? And then once you have that together, what I want you to do is email that to me. I'll post a Word doc in the file section of the main page titled Leadership Summit Report. In fact, I've already done that. So if you go to the main page, go to the file at the top of the page, you'll actually find the report in there. It's called Leadership Summit Report. And it's really simple. What the report is going to accomplish is to ensure that each of you know exactly what the role your program, department, or team plays within the organization. It'll also let me know what the vital positions are that are vacant, what assets, personnel, and support you need from Ian to accomplish your mission. It'll also lay out a very detailed plan for you to accomplish your mission. I use this word all the time, but honestly, it's true. This is critically important to Ian's overall mission because we as an organization can't achieve our larger missions if the programs, departments, and teams are not achieving theirs. It just won't work. So please keep that in mind. All of this, think of Ian as a giant engine, okay? Or mechanism, and that mechanism is made up of many parts. Well, if one part doesn't work, it affects all the other parts. So everybody, we need to make sure that our teams, our departments, our programs are managed and running efficiently, and we'll work on those together. But I need to know what type of critical positions are vacant, what we need to fill, what type of personnel, tools, and support you need from me and Ian to make sure that your team or whatnot is successful. So as a group, collectively, we can be successful together in 2016. Okay, so again, just follow the layout on the Word doc, and you'll be fine. Department heads, please work with your team leaders to get this knocked out. We'll be using these this next month at the summit. So that's pretty much it, guys and gals. I just wanted to make sure that if you're on the senior leadership team, if you're managing, please go to the Ian main page at the Files tab. Click on that. Okay, go to the file, download the file. It's called Leadership Summit Report. Fill that out, and then please email it to me as soon as you can, okay? And what I'll do is I'll look over it, make sure everything looks good, call back if I have questions, and we can get all of that knocked out well before the 6th gets here. It'll be here before we know it. But at any rate, that's all I have for the meeting tonight. The floor is open, and right now we just have Jim and Mark as part of the meeting tonight. Guys, either of you have any questions? Feel free to ask. You can go ahead and unmute yourself. If not, just let me know and we'll move on to the next stage.
I really don't have anything, Will.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
Okay, guys. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to learn how to use, and I'll just go ahead and bring it up. We're going to learn how to use our Members Central page, okay? So I think we touched on this a bit last week, all right? But what you're seeing now, this is our Members Central page. This is where you go to find out what's going on with the organization, what kind of meetings are coming up, what time of training is scheduled. So this is where you want to go. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is learn how to navigate here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to, let's see. I guess we can navigate from Yammer. Okay. So from Yammer, up here in the left-hand corner, you should have a box. If you don't have a box, let me know. If you don't, then what we'll do is we'll get you to what is the main page. Let's see. This is kind of in the way here. Okay, so we're not able to navigate that way. Okay, so from Yammer, you can go to Sites. Okay, from Sites, we can go to Member Central. And from Member Central, we can kind of navigate the page to determine what we want to do. So the first thing I want to show you is the calendar. The calendar, I mean, it's pretty simple. This right here shows you all the upcoming meetings. It shows you the different trainings, okay? And if you click on, let's click on this. It says Leadership Training. Ian Leadership Training, I'm sorry. So if we click on the name, what it's going to do is it's going to bring up the description, the time, location, and the title. So this is Ian Leadership Training Part 1. Location, Skype for Business. That means it's going to be held online just like this meeting is being held. It's going to be held on December 5th at noon. All of these are Eastern times, okay? Description. This is part 1 of a multiple-part training program to prepare Ian leadership to better manage their departments, their teams, and their members. The only resources that you'll need will be the Ian Leadership Training Manual Part 1, which will be located in the OneDrive Document Center. I'll start in just a minute. So now to get back, you can hit the back button. This brings you back here, and then again back to the main page. If you're looking to see what kind of training is available, you can come here to Training Management. Okay, browse training. Okay, so these are the trainings that are available right now. Basic Self-Defense, History of Ian Leadership Training, and that's the one that we just read about, or our weekly meeting. Okay, so if you come across, let's say, this History of Ian, okay, and you read this, learn about the history of Ian on his first birthday, November 22nd, a history of Ian, blah, blah, blah. So let's say that I want to sign up for this. It's real simple. You can come here, you click on the Enroll Me, and hit Save. Okay, and you should be enrolled. Also, if we take a step back, we can look at the register. This just gives a different look to what trainings are available. Weekly meeting, history of Ian, it's the same ones, but if I want to look at this view, I can come over here, and again, I can hit one of the enroll buttons on the right, and it will enroll me. Okay, so if we hop back to home, we can go here to my trainings. Okay, so these are the two trainings that I've scheduled for. I've got the history of Ian, and I've got the weekly meeting training. Okay, so moving forward, I'd like for those people that are going to be able to make the weekly meeting, which is what is going on right now. Okay, so let's say that something came up, I've got to work tonight, I'm not able to make it. What I can do is I can come here and I can hit unenroll. Are you sure you want to unenroll from the class weekly meeting training event? Yes. Okay, and I can come here. Oh, something else came up. I need to unenroll. Are you sure you want to unenroll from the history of Ian? Yes, I do. Okay, so this down here is for instructors. I really don't. You really don't need to mess with this at all unless you contact me or James Hart. But that's pretty much it, gang. On back to the site. Of course, all of our. If you look at the tasks, we can come here. These are things that are coming up. Okay, that'll be on our timeline. And then, of course, we can come here. This right here takes you back to the list. Most of you probably won't have access to all of these. In fact, I know you're not. I think I'm the only person that has access to all of these. Also, Member Central. If every member needs to have access to this, okay? So you can come here and stay informed. This is, you can also, put a message, leave a message. James Hart, I need your permission to become an instructor. I want to teach a class on physical fitness. He just did that. We'll do on I don't know, canning. Okay, post this here. James Hart will come here and say, oh look, there's something that's addressed to me. Or of course you can just send him a message. This is just another avenue for that, okay? So, call you in, James? Okay, or Jim. All right, can somebody let Jim know it's a little bit late for that? We're in the middle of the training side of it. And guys, this training is going to be over in just a minute anyway. We're almost done. This is going to be a very, very short meeting / training tonight. So again, if we're at this screen, if for some reason when you log in you come here versus the Yammer page, when you come here again, just come to Sites, click on the Sites navigation tile, come to the Member Central, okay, and the big thing though is the calendar. This is going to keep you up to date on everything that's going on in the entire organization. Okay, and then if you're looking to do the training, see what's training available, and we'll also go into the rest of the Virtual Training Academy training at a later time, but that's not for tonight. So back to Yammer again. Should be really simple to navigate this. If you're having trouble, let me know. So from here, I click on the tile, I go to the sites. If the training said, hey, there's a video required to watch before we get together, you can go to the video section, go to channels, and it will tell you which classroom, okay, it'll be in. So if you want to come here and you want to watch learn about Ian 101, you can come to the Ian Classroom, and this is a navigating our new home. So if you haven't watched this and you want to learn how to get around inside Office 365, come here and watch this video. It's pretty easy. And again, if you're wanting, if someone said, hey, there's an instructional manual that you need to download. Okay, so well here, let's do this. While we're in the process of doing this, we've got some questions. So let me back up just a second. And hey guys, I got your message to slow down a little bit. Anybody have questions about anything or something that I need to go over that you thought I went through a little fast? And
Will, the
yeah.
only thing is when I went to the sites tile, I didn't have any sites there. And nothing
Oh,
showed up.
okay. No, that's a good point, Jim. So let me do this. I'm going to go to. Let me hop back in here. So
And
I'm
I did
gonna,
I did a search. I did a search and got it on there.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I just did on the site where it says sites.
Right here?
Well, if you click on the sites tile, the only thing I had was team site, which doesn't have anything in it. And so I went up to the search box and just searched on member, and it came up.
Okay,
And then I followed it.
Okay, Jim, can you see my screen now?
Let's see. No,
I know you're on link, but
hold a second. I'm still. I got to scroll over.
okay.
Yeah, I see it now.
Okay, so this is the search box you used?
Yeah.
Okay, and you typed in member. Okay, and I hit enter.
Well, I had to. Yeah.
Okay, Ian member page. Is this kind of member central right here? Is this what you found?
Right.
Okay, so if I click on that, bam, it takes you right there. Okay.
Right, and then you need to go up in the upper right hand.
Up here?
Up there, there's a place. It doesn't show it on yours, but if you're not following it, there's a place that you can click follow. It's a little star.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Right here.
And yeah, that one right there. And if you follow it, then it'll show up from then on.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So if I hit share, I can also invite somebody. Okay. So if I type in Jim, okay, I'm going to click on your name and I'm going to hit share. And it should send you an invite. Okay.
Yeah, it did.
Okay, good deal. All right. So if you need to come here, so if you come to sites like Jim did, and all of this is blank, you can't see anything at all, what you should do is come up here to search everything, type in member, and hit enter or the little search icon. Scroll down until you find member central, okay? And you'll get a preview right here. And then click on member central. Once you're here, come up to the top right, like Jim said, and click on the follow button, and it should be visible from then on. Is that right, Jim?
Yeah. In fact, you may not even have to click on follow if you're invited, but I did in order for it to show up each time.
Okay, good deal. Good deal. Hey, thanks for letting me know that. I didn't know. Okay, so that's good to know. So make sure you, when you go to the sites, you search for member, click on it, and then come up here and hit the follow button. So that's all I wanted to go over tonight, is just to introduce this new tool to make sure that everybody knows where it's at and knows how to take advantage of it. Okay. So that's it for the training and the meeting tonight. Hopefully it was educational. Also, leaders, please don't forget to download that report. Try to get it to me as soon as possible, please, so we're all going to be on the same page and ready to go on December 6th. So that's a Sunday. Again, it's going to be if you're on the board of directors, I need you there at 2 p.m. And then we'll start the summit at 3 p.m. sharp. Okay. All right, the floor is open. Jim, Mark, either one of you have any questions before we wrap it up?
Yeah, well, I posted the links to those two solar sites So it's out there for anyone can look at it.
Good deal. Thanks, Jim. Yeah, what Jim is referring to before the meeting, we were chatting about. He had upgraded his solar system on his. What did you call it?
It's my shop building. It's also where my radio room is.
Okay. So Jim is also a ham radio operator, and he had some issues with getting power ran there, so he decided to make his own in true prepper fashion. Good job, Jim. All right. So if no one else has any other questions, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. I'll go ahead and try to get this uploaded to the video classroom as soon as I possibly can. And as soon as I do, I'll let everybody know on the main page where to find it. So, all right. Thanks a lot, guys. That's a wrap. Have a great evening. If you need me, give me a shot, and I'll be there.
Yeah, good night.
Good night.
All right. Good night, all.